2024 is just a couple weeks away. And so this week we are going into the 5 things that you as a real estate agent should expect in 2024. What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 312 of the Massive Agent Podcast. I am your host, Dustin Brohm, here in Salt Lake City, Utah, where it is snowy as hell and cold as hell, but that's what happens in winter. Welcome, guys. Things are actually heating up, getting ready for 2024. So I'm super optimistic, super bullish, and excited about 2024 for myself and for you, and I'm going to explain why. So this is the prediction show, right? I'm going out on a limb here. I may at the end of the year have egg on my face, and you may be sending me clips from this show a year from now and being like, "You fucking idiot, you got this wrong." Yeah, I very well could get this stuff wrong, but I don't think so. So let's get into it, right? Shall we? First off, before we do, we had an incredible launch to the brand new Massive Agent Referral Network that we announced last week. In just 4 days, we had over 70 applications. We had 30 or so markets actually claimed. But here's the thing. I don't want you to get discouraged if you hear that, because there are thousands of markets around the country. And, of the 70 plus agents that applied, it's like herding cats, trying to get some of them to actually follow through and complete registering. So don't get discouraged. If you like the sound of claiming your market and being the only agent in your entire market who can get referrals in our brand new exclusive referral network, then fill out the application. Go to massiveagentpodcast.com/referral and fill out the application. Now, you need to qualify. If you missed last week's episode, I'll go through the qualifications real quick. My only concern is that we have the best agents, producing agents who are capable of generating referrals to give, of course. We want agents who expect to give referrals and obviously receive them as well. And so we're looking for producers. You need to be selling on average at least a home per month. You need to have experience and have been in the industry, been an agent for at least 2 years. You need to actually work and live in the area that you are planning on claiming. You can't be 2 hours away from Dallas, for example, and say, "Hey, I'm the Dallas one." No, you're not. Doesn't work that way. And you need to be collaborative. You need to, of course, you want referrals. That's the whole point of joining, but you need to come to the table planning on and being capable of giving referrals to the group as well. Because if nobody's giving referrals, no one's going to get them, and the whole thing's going to go up in flames, and it's going to suck for everybody. But that's not what's going to happen, because we have some really badass producers in there. We have agents selling 40, 70. We have an agent selling 120 homes a year in a fairly small town in Iowa, actually. But my God, an amazing group so far. Make sure, if you don't just assume your market's available. Like I think all but 5 or 6 of the top 20 markets in the country are still available, like New York, San Francisco, LA. Here, let me look at the list. Like I'll just freaking tell you. So Chicago, Philadelphia, San Antonio. How is San Diego still available? San Jose, Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, San Fran, Seattle, Denver, DC. Now, we've had applications on some of these, but the agents haven't followed up on them. 4 or 5 days later, they still haven't done shit. So as of right now, they're still available. So chances are your market's there. MassiveAgentPodcast.com/referral. Fill out the application and see what we're doing over there. I'm excited about it. And look, everyone who's joined, they are paying monthly, which helps weed out the non-serious agents. Every agent is investing monthly to be part of this group, which means they take it serious. It's not just some like, "Hey, I guess I'll throw my hat in the ring and be, it's another one of the 8,000 referral networks they're a part of." This is different. This is serious. And pretty soon, within the next month or so, we're going to be building out a public-facing, searchable website, because we're completely redoing and rebuilding the Massive Agent Podcast website. There's a story for you in the near future about a mistake I made, why we have to rebuild it, but we were planning on doing it anyways. We're going to be having a page on the Massive Agent Podcast website available to anyone on the internet, where they can find you and search for an agent in your market. So if you represent your market in our referral network, naturally, you're going to show up in Google searches for it. Not a bad deal. Before we jump into my predictions, the 5 things that you should expect, got to give a shout out to BamX. BamX is an incredible community of like-minded, entrepreneurial, forward-thinking agents, and they do a ton of training. They have a ton of online courses for members. Go check out BamX. Their website can explain it a hell of a lot better than me. All I know is that I get comments weekly from agents who have joined BamX from this podcast that have said, holy crap, this is such a great value. So go to massiveagentpodcast.com/BamX and check it out, or just go to the nowbam.com website, check out BamX. And then keeping current matters. This tool, and I call it a tool because you basically just, they give you all of their data and expertise and charts and graphs and content ideas. They have all these economists studying what's happening with rates in the housing market, what's happening, what will happen, what has happened. And they make our job so much easier, because I don't know about you, but I'm not an economist, not even close. I am a thinker. I do have some common sense, but I'm not a freaking economist who nerds out all day long reading articles and looking at predictions of this, that, and the other thing. But they do. Keeping Current Matters does. And you can get them in your back pocket, get KCM in your tool belt, so to speak. All you have to do is try them out. Go to trykcm.com/BAM. All the top agents in your market already have. Why the hell haven't you? Let's talk about the 5 things that you should expect in 2024, shall we? I need to pull up my notes. These are kind of important. So, like I said, this is the prediction show, and I'm going out on a limb here. This one, I believe I'm going to be right about. I believe I'm going to be right about all of these. Agents, number one, the number one thing that real estate agents should expect in 2024, agents will be more profitable. I said agents, weird. Agents will be more profitable in 2024 than they were in 2023. I believe that's the case because there are so many more tools available to increase productivity, reduce costs, right? Plus, you have fewer competitors. There's been a lot of agents, unfortunately, that have left the industry. Maybe it's fortunate, maybe it's unfortunate for them, but fortunate for you. And, if they were shitty agents, fortunate for consumers as well, that there are fewer real estate agents in the profession right now. You have less competition than you did before. That's just a fact. And interest rates are going to be cut next year as well, right? If you listened last week to episode 311, we talked about all these predictions from all these super smart people, much smarter than and more plugged in and connected than I am, talking about interest rate cuts next year. So it's expected by the second quarter, the Federal Reserve will start cutting interest rates. And just the anticipation of that, the fact that we're trending towards cutting interest rates, is bringing a lot of buyers off the sidelines. I was talking to a few of my agents from my team earlier today on our call, and 5 or 6 of them are like, yep, we're seeing a lot of prospects that were just kind of waiting are now getting off the sidelines and saying, okay, let's start looking, let's start the process. The wise ones are doing that. They're seeing, okay, rates will be cut. Let's get ahead of the curve so we don't have to compete with 40,000 buyers per listing, like we may see this year. So you have this combination of fewer competitors for you as an agent. You're competing against fewer agents, and interest rates will start getting cut. More buyers are coming off the sideline. More sellers will probably come off the sideline as rates come down, because then they'll be able to do what they need to do. I mean, there's so many sellers that feel locked into their property, right? They have a lower interest rate, or they just can't afford the house that they would need to go to. It makes no sense for a lot of them to sell the house to upgrade when they can't afford the upgrade. So once that upgrade becomes, in their eyes, more affordable because of the interest rates, we're going to see more properties hit the market, most likely. This is all good. And so congratulations, you've stuck around. You endured, you withstood, you outlasted probably one of the hardest years we've seen in a long time. Like, definitely one of the hardest years, the hardest year for real estate agents since I've been in the business, since 2011, for sure. And you're still here. You're still thriving. And if you're not thriving, you're still freaking here. So get ready to start seeing the harvest. You've been planting all these seeds. You've been busting your ass, doing all this work, doing the right things, planting seeds all the while, and you're about to see the harvest. Agents will become more profitable in 2024 than they were last year. Number two, the number two thing that you can absolutely expect in 2024 as a real estate agent, drama, more lawsuits, NAR being sued, brokerages being sued, agents being sued, more drama in the media and the news, because they sure love to shit on realtors, right? There's blood in the water. Everyone's piling on, right? The ambulance chasing asshole attorneys, they're all piling on. That's going to continue. More drama, more industry change and upheaval, more talk about changing commission structure and who pays and when and all the stuff, right? That will continue. I don't see that getting clarified or solidified this year. This is just an ongoing conversation. I do believe that that is good for the industry. It's good for great agents. It's good for consumers. More transparency will come out of it. I think that buyers and sellers and consumers in general will be and feel more empowered than ever before. So the drama is not all bad, but you just have to learn how to tune that shit out. Expect more of it. Just because there's a new year, it doesn't mean it's all going to go away. I think we're going to get a lot more of it next year. So take charge of what goes into your head and what you're consuming, because my God, if you listen to all of it, if you read all the headlines, no wonder you're pulling your hair out. No wonder your hair is as gray as the hair on my chin is. Yep, that's what two kids will do. Number three, in 2024, you should absolutely expect more NAR fee increases. Why? Because they have fewer members and because their costs are going through the roof, because supposedly they're on the hook for almost $6 billion from the one frickin' lawsuit. So how are they going to pay that? They have to increase the fees. Now, this is a problem. Those fee increases, plus more brokerages are going to be leaving NAR. Membership is plummeting. I believe it's going to go under 1 million members in 2024, which is crazy because I think last year it was up to like 1.6 million NAR members. I believe it'll go under 1 million, and they have to increase fees. What else are they going to do? Like, otherwise they just, go belly up. I don't believe that that's a good thing. I think they need to cut 90% of it, cut the fat, trim the fat, but we need some trade organization, representing us, and definitely the lobbying arm, right? Getting favorable tax incentives and tax laws and protecting property owners and homeowners and all of that. I believe NAR does a great job with that. I think everything else sucks, but ultimately NAR will be increasing fees because they have to, and membership will continue plummeting. Hopefully they figure out how to stay afloat. They're going to have to cut a lot of, in my opinion, completely unnecessary, AKA worthless people. When they have, it's like, I don't know the exact number, but they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of like NAR directors. So they get in a meeting and they have hundreds and hundreds of people voting on certain things. Is that really freaking necessary? Do you need that many people? Do you really need all these events that nobody goes to? There's just so much waste that doesn't need to happen. So hopefully this forces them to tighten up and to cut the fat and to focus on what actually matters and to do better. There we go. It's going to be really interesting to see what plays out with NAR in 2024. Number 4, in 2024, agents will no longer be settling for good. They'll be seeking great. Now, what I mean by that, when times are good, when people are selling houses, the money's coming in, like things are good, it's easy to be like, nope, you know what? I'm good. I don't need a different brokerage. I don't need a different team. I'm not even open to looking because I'm good. Well, good is the enemy of great. And over the last year, I've seen this with people joining my team and agents that I talk to. When things all of a sudden become tougher and times become lean, agents start to think, okay, maybe I should be looking for a better opportunity. Oh, holy crap, I just paid $85,000 to my brokerage last year. There's these other places where I don't have to pay even close to that. So I should probably look. Guys, there was an agent team. Actually, I don't even think they were a team. It was just this highly producing solo agent that paid their brokerage over $200,000 last year. Can you imagine that? And we're over here, like with my team, like we're capped at 16,000 paid to the brokerage for the year. What the hell? Why? When things are good, you don't question stuff like that. But when things start to tighten up, you're like, wait a minute, do I really need to be paying my brokerage $200,000? No, that's outrageous. Do you need to be paying them $50,000? Nope. Do you need to be paying them $20,000? Nope. There's obviously more to the conversation than just what your cap is. Hopefully you have one, for the love of God. There's more to it than that. But this is the year that agents really start to question, are you in the right seat? Are you in the best vehicle that's going to get you to where you want to go? So there's a lot of agents right now that are having this awakening where, and I talk to agents literally every day that are having this awakening right now. You're starting to realize that your brokers or your brokerage has just been extracting from you without adding any extra value at all. In most cases, I believe it's most cases. But just to be fair, in many cases, these brokerages are increasing fees and reducing what they give to the agents. They're reducing the value, right? They're cutting the value and increasing the cost. This is very common right now in real estate, and agents are not putting up with it, at least fewer agents. So I think this is such a great thing. One of the best decisions I ever made, it was almost 6 years ago, it was 5.5 years ago. I was at one of the cheapest brokerages in town, cheap as far as like what it cost me to do transactions. And I thought everything was good. Like, why would I look at anything else? It's cheap. It's good. But I didn't realize I was completely on my own. I had no one financially incentivized to help me grow my business. I had no one offering to show me how to build a business, how to build an actual profitable business structure, how to step out of sales if that's what you want to do, and own the business versus doing all the sales yourself. I was just left alone. I thought that's what I wanted until I saw something else. So agents that bring your guard down and you start looking, you know what? I wonder if I really am in the right spot. I wonder if my butt is in the right seat. I wonder if I'm really in the best vehicle that's going to get me to my destination. Because a lot of you aren't. You're just not. You think you are, and you may get to your destination, but it's going to take you 10 times longer than if you just change to a different vehicle. That is changing. And I think that is so positive for agents. There's going to be brokerages that go out of business this year. There's going to be brokerages that go bankrupt. There's going to be franchises and market centers that cannot be sold because no one wants to buy them, that are going bankrupt. By the way, spoiler alert, this is already happening. I've been hearing about this quite a bit. The largest franchise brokerages, some of the market centers or regions, if you will, are going bankrupt because no one will buy them because they're awful investments. This will speed up this year as agents start to wake up and look for better opportunities, better teams to be associated with, better, more resources. If you're like, hey, if I'm going to be paying a brokerage X amount per year, I want to make sure they give me this, they give me that, I get this, I get that, I get connected to these people that are going to help me build what I want to build. And that's what you freaking should do. That's what you absolutely should do. And it boggles my mind how many agents are just settling for good. And you don't realize that great is one little move away. It's one little step away. A completely different life, a completely different career, a completely different income, for God's sakes, is so much closer than you think, but your closed mind is preventing you from even seeing it. And it's right in front of your face. It's right in front of your face. It's going right through your ears, and you don't even see it. You don't even hear it because you're not receptive to it yet. And that is changing in a big way. Hopefully it changes for you if you're one of the people I'm talking about. And what a great thing for real estate agents. I am all about empowering agents, no matter where you're at, no matter who you're associated with. I want to see you thrive and build what you want to build. And I want to see you with people who have already done the thing you want to do that can show you how to do it much faster, and they're incentivized to do it financially. That's what I want for you. Find that. Find that. If you want help, let me know. If not, find it somewhere else. Like I have my perspective. I'm happy to share. If you don't need it, great. But for God's sakes, be selfish. Be selfish. This is the time for you to be selfish because there's so many great business models out there that are better than what you have now. For most of you. For some of you, you're at the best spot. Awesome. But maybe you're not fully utilizing it. You may be in the best vehicle, but you're driving at 35 miles an hour in the fast lane. Stop it. Okay? Step on the fucking gas, for God's sakes. Number five. Number five. So the last thing on my list that agents should be expecting in 2024, the gap between the best agents and the struggling agents is just going to widen. Okay? The haves and the have-nots in the real estate agent world, that gap will widen. Here's why I say that. Agents who are not using AI will absolutely get their ass beat by agents who are using AI. Agents with a coach will beat agents who do not have a coach. Agents who are reinvesting back into their business will beat agents who are not reinvesting back into their business. If you go it alone, if you're going it alone, you're spending so much time and energy reinventing the wheel. And I don't know if you noticed, but the wheel was invented a long ass time ago. Spending your time and energy reinventing the wheel, trying to recreate something that's already been done that you could just copy, will lead to failure so much faster than ever before. I think we're going to see agents fail faster, but we're also going to be seeing agents succeed faster and grow faster. What an incredible, exciting time that is. So which side are you going to be on? Are you going to just fail quick, or are you going to succeed quick? The agents who succeed the fastest, that build giant businesses quickly, like within 24 months, which is fast. Like there's agents that we have one coming up on the show here in the next few weeks. He's been on the show a few times. I think it'll be his fourth time on the show. But within 24 months, he went from solo agent. He was selling a bunch of houses, but a solo agent to stepping out of sales, building a team of over 20 agents. He's now doing all these real estate investments. He's flipping houses. He had so many businesses that he's built, including a real estate team that he's not required to be selling anymore. He's done that in less than 24 months because he's leaned into the tools, the resources, and the people that can make it happen. And I cannot wait for you to hear the story from this agent. He's one of my favorite agents on the planet. He's part of my team, actually. And because of that, I've had a front row to him just absolutely rocket to success. But he's not really that special. He's just leaned in to the people that have already done the thing that he wants to do, and he's listened and he's taken action. So when you do that, when you first accept that, okay, I want to build a team, or I want to get out of sales, or I want to go from 10 sales to 100 sales, how the hell do I do that? And you realize, wait, that's already been figured out. There's agents that have already figured that out before. And then you go seek them out, you partner with them, or you get access to them, you befriend them, you listen to them, you learn from them, and then you do it. You can have success so much faster now than you could have 5 or 10 years ago because of all the technology, because of AI, because of social media, because of all of these productivity tools available. It's how freaking cool is that? So I'm going to speak to you who are sitting there and you're doubting, you're pessimistic. You're like, yeah, well, it's easy for you to say, or it must be nice, or will those people have more advantages than me? And stop it. You're losing because you made a decision to not win. Maybe you didn't make a decision to lose, but when you make a decision to not win through your actions or inactions, your beliefs, it's the same freaking thing. So change your decisions, change your mindset, change your outlook. We're seeing agents thrive and grow and explode and build giant businesses faster than ever before because it's never been possible to do it this fast before. That's possible for you too. You just have to get around the people who have done it, and you need to learn from them. That this is not rocket science. We as real estate agents, we're not inventing products. We're not inventing or discovering drugs. We're trying to sell more houses. We're building businesses. This is not freaking rocket science. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is simple. And you absolutely can do it too. You just have to put your butt in the right seat, be partnered with the right people, be in proximity to the right people, and take relentless, consistent action. That is the formula. So 2024, if what I was just talking about fires you up, if you're like, you know what, hell yes, I'm in that camp. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to grow faster than ever before. I'm going to make the right decisions. 2024 is going to be your year. And that is such a wild understatement. 2024 could be the year that changes your family tree forever. And I am not overstating that at all. If you have some ridiculous breakout year where you change from a solo agent who's just spinning the hamster wheel, maybe you're selling a bunch of houses, but it's all on you, right? There's no business there. You're just a high paid owner of a job. Thank God you're a high paid owner of a job. But once you stop, so does the income, so do the sales. You transition to building a business that just keeps growing and growing and selling without you. And then you go in and start other businesses that complement it, and you start investing, and you can change your family tree forever. You get on the path to wealth. This is possible. This is something I see agents doing all the time, and I see agents not doing all the time. 2024 could change your entire life. And it will if you decide that it will. And then you back that up with action and getting yourself a coach, getting partnered with people who will grab you by the hand and pull you along the path. Look for the people that are a step or two or three ahead of you, who have already done the thing you want to do, and go get in business with them. Simple as that. But it starts with a decision. God, I'm getting fired up. So before we wrap this up, reminder, get your ass in the Massive Agent Referral Network. Go apply, massiveagentpodcast.com/referral. Apply to exclusively represent your market in the group. And I believe those that do and those that really pour into it, pretty soon we're going to have over 100 members, and we're going to be, trending towards 200 members over the first few months. There's going to be what an awesome opportunity to learn from all of these other top producers in the group, but receive referrals, get referrals, give referrals, all of that, and then be potentially found on this public-facing website that we're doing when people search for an agent in your market through Google. It's going to take some time to build, of course, but that's what we're doing. That's what our members are going to get. That's all included. I think it's an opportunity that you would kick yourself in the ass for skipping when you're like, oh, wait a minute, that joker in the market, he's the one that claimed the market. God damn it, I should have acted sooner. Regret sucks. MassiveAgentPodcast.com/referral. Apply now. Thank you for listening. Please share this episode with an agent who needs to hear it. Save this, bookmark this, clip it. If you found value in this episode, share it on social. Tag me. Okay, share it in your story. Share it on Facebook. Tag me. Tag the Massive Agent Podcast. Do what you need to do. Send me a DM if I can be helpful. If you have questions, ask me. Send me a DM and ask. Click the link in my Instagram bio and see some of the other resources that we offer here. But take charge. Take charge. Agents that take charge and they're like, you know what? I'm going to seek out the stuff that I need to be successful. You might find yourself being successful. Thank you for listening. What do we have? 1 or 2 episodes left this year? Let's see. I think we have 2 episodes after this one. So third to last episode of the Massive Agent Podcast this year. We're I think about 10,000 downloads away from 1 million for the show, which is absolutely freaking incredible. If you've listened at all ever before, thank you so much. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and help us reach a new audience to help us get that 1 million downloads before the end of the year, because we're pushing it. We're like right on the edge. So thank you all. See you guys next week.